in Mile End. We had a bit of a surprise in store for the audience because there was an invisible theatre performance.
We started the tour in Matsu in London with the Pink Toes Experience, which was written by Afro Dave and Choie, the original Black Bohemian, and it starred Alethea Kubels, who's this amazing performance artist who can just get up on stage with a paper cup or anything and keep an audience entranced.
For Art's set, basically, we just did our normal set, and these two actors were kind of planted in the audience, and they played out this story. So they were kind of talking quite loudly at some points. They were arguing. The guy proposed to the girl at one point, got down on one knee, and then later on she got up and she started singing.
What's going on? Did you guys get engaged?
Yeah. Oh.
Jay, you didn't tell me that, man. You told me something was going to happen.
I didn't believe it. Oh my god.
It was quite amusing from our point of view because we knew what was going on, but we had to play it straight and pretend that we didn't know, and we just carried on playing our song.
I think what David understood about our music was that it's not often about directly about feeling the togetherness of love. Often the music is questioning what happens to and relate to love that explodes it. That part. So it is about love, but it's trying to dig deeper for answers on why love gets into trouble.
Another person's life when the room can't recall the feeling now. Not gonna take that right. Why can't you see you're wrong? Love ruins another person's life.
It's just like the blues, I guess, you know, it's carrying on that tradition. So they are songs about getting over the problems. And that's what the songs are about, is how we get over the problems. And that's, to me, that's the most interesting thing in life. It's is getting over the challenges we're confronted with.
Ruins another person's life.
Experience with women is that there's always this other thing that that love brings out, doesn't it? It's like whenever you really find that you really love someone and you really feel cool with someone, there comes a point where it brings out your baggage, it brings out your fears, your greatest fears or challenges. And love doesn't like being caged by anything. And eventually, love is gonna, anything that challenges love or threatens love, love is gonna confront. And because it wants to be totally free. So if you got any kind of like psychological little things in your closet, any kind of little fears, any kind of thing, eventually, the best way to find it out is to get with a partner and that you really care about. And suddenly, it's like meditation. Love's like meditation. You're trying to think of nothing, and then these little things pop up.
He said, man, I should have to go. She was so fine. She was all mine. Said she was so fine.
David Garside. David's a trip, you know. He's such an amazing songwriter and such an Englishman, you know. David Garside decided that it would be best if he opened every night, because I had my band with me. I had Jams, Jamil on drums and percussion, and I had Maree Choie on clarinet, keyboards, and vocals. And David was on his own. So he decided that since he was a solo performer, it'd be better if the big band came last instead. So every night I was playing with David, and it just got better and better in the sense that I got to know his songs better and better. Because I've always been a big fan of Mr. Wise, Cupid Boy. It was really amazing to get into that.
I'm in a position of trust. So shoot your bow and arrow, boy, and satisfy your lust. The days are gone when it was fun to be coy. I have made friends with a Cupid boy. Your time to be upstanding is here if you knew how. Our babies are all making, so make it now.
He had fallen in love with her because she was beautiful.
To me, it was the most interesting thing of the whole tour, watching Jamil play his multi-percussion, tune percussion setup.
Jamil Reyes has got a huge collection of cowboy boots.
We have lost Jamil Reyes to the Filipino surf scene.
So when we got back off tour, we found out that Jamil had to go back to the Philippines, which was really sad. And it meant that the tour ended up being sort of like a farewell for Jamil, and it was the last shows that we played with him. So that kind of makes the memories of the tour extra special.
He's gone, man. But he said, I think he'll be back because he's got a very good lady who's based here.
He's always got spiky hair and sharp suits, cool shoes.
So yeah, we're gonna miss jams. We're gonna miss jams. We're hoping that it's not over.
He's always got something funny to say. He's always smiling.
Working with Jamil was amazing because Jamil was a great drummer, but his first and foremost thing was percussions, tuned percussions.
He's actually an orchestral percussionist. So he, not only did he play drums for Art, he also played vibraphone and glockenspiel.
So he introduced vibraphones to our group, which is going to be on our new album. It's laden with vibraphones and tuned percussion, largely due to jams.
In fact, he was recording up until about an hour before he had to go and catch his plane. He took all his luggage to the recording studio, was playing vibraphone, I think, and then just dropped his beaters and ran out the door, grabbed his cases and jumped in a cab off to the surf, basically.
So Jams is out in the Philippines, you know, he's out giving me letters from Malaysia and twittering from all these really exotic places, the real world, you know, because we're just here in the West, we're here in Europe, we're here in America, we're here in England. It's such small places compared to this big, vast Asia and Africa, and so that's really exciting to be part of that, have our music part of a bigger world, not just this real tunnel vision that we have in Western pop music.
So it's probably a good thing that Jamil couldn't be interviewed for this. He'd let all the little secrets out, probably, and he'd make stuff up for sure. I'm quite pleased that he can't stick up for himself.